Ah, right, I'd forgotten about these. So the side was all bashed in. Well, both boxes are in really, really good conditions. But I've certainly had worse boxes before from both Amazon and from Argos. You can get these sets from Argos as well. Obviously, packaging can be a little bit hit and miss from Argos. Right, that took a bit of getting into. So I'm going to go around a little bit more and have a bit more of a play with some Lego. Why not? Into my garage. I'll worry about that probably later in the week or next weekend. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, that would also be much appreciated as well.
I don't see, when you sell your stuff, you don't ever sell the Bricklink special sets. Do you ever buy them?
I've literally just gone and bought the last round of things that have been done. I don't know why I didn't buy those. I think it was the whole you've got to buy them and then wait 6 months for them. I want them now. So, and I don't feel as though I missed out. I know there's some nice sets there. Would I build them? Probably not, you see. So I think that's probably why I was less enthusiastic about them, because I probably wouldn't have built them for myself. But I did buy some of the last round, which should be shipping within the next month or so.
So there will be some.
So my wallet's going to take a bit of a hit. But yeah, because I bought quite a lot.
Only a few more questions left, so I won't be
That's all right.
If you had to do a mock build, what would you build?
Ooh, probably a building. I know that's really boring, but I do like my modular buildings, you see. I was always into the buildings, you see, as a kid. So I always used to have my Lego town, and it would always have more buildings, and there was always vehicles and cars in there. But I always used to like the building part of it. It used to annoy me. You quite often with these old Lego city sets and town sets, you used to get the instructions, and the first thing that you had to build was the car. I'm like, I want to build a building first. So yeah, if I was building a mock, it would probably be a house. I'd actually quite like to maybe build a mock of a house that I used to own a house up in Chesterfield, and it would be quite an easy house to sort of build. It was more of a modern style house, and I'd maybe love to do that in Lego one day. That is exactly how it was. That might be something interesting that I could do. Yeah.
Is that what about Lego fascinates you? Is it because is it the building something from nothing? Is it?
I think it's just what you can create with Lego. Look, I know I stick to things that are with instructions, but some of the parts usage that Lego do nowadays, and that's why I'm always very impressed with mock builders, is how their minds think to utilise a part which is meant for one thing, and then they'll make something completely different. My mind doesn't quite work like that, so I'm always very, very impressed when you see mock builders. But I just like the finished product. Sometimes when you build Lego sets, building the Lego set can be very, very enjoyable, and sometimes you get the finished model and it's like, oh, there it is, it's nice. But other times you'll build something, it can be a real pain to build, it's fiddly with all Technic bits inside, but then the finished model looks absolutely amazing. One of my favourite builds really is the Nintendo question mark block.
Oh yeah.
I love that, and I think because it goes into that cube, in that nice cube with all shiny surfaces, I love that. That's very me. But then you can open it up, it's got the workings, and I just love it. And there's a little Easter egg in the back of it as well. You've got a little flip door, and yeah,
that's the one.
Love that. That for me is probably one of my favourite sets that I've built, and I don't think it's on a lot of people's radars. I think people just don't like it, but for me, because you can literally close it all off and have that perfect cube, and I love that. I really love that.
Do you collect anything else but Lego?
Over the years, yes. Not so much these days. So when I was a kid, I used to collect stamps. I don't know what's happened to all of those. I used to collect erasers as well.
Everyone's turning off now.
Yeah, I know, boring. I used to collect erasers because back in the 80s, they used to do like loads of different shapes and styles of erasers, and they used to smell as well, because you can't do that now because kids used to eat them.
Yeah.
I have an eraser which is like a chocolate biscuit, and it smells like a chocolate biscuit. Can you imagine the problems that could cause nowadays? And it was music for me. So when I was about 13, 14, I got into buying records, 7-inch singles, and I still have most of them now. I've probably got about 700 or so. 7-inch singles. I was mainly into singles rather than albums. I was a real geek back in the day. I used to write down the music charts.
Back in the day.
I'm still a geek now. Seriously, I used to write all the music charts down, and I can still now memorise chart positions and years of songs. You asked me what was a hit 5 or 10 years ago, I couldn't tell you. You gave me a song 5 or 10 years ago, I've got no idea what year it's from, got no idea what position it got to in the charts. If you do something from the 80s, late 70s, all the 80s and probably the early 90s, I'd be able to tell you what year it was released, what number it got to in the charts. It's very, very geeky. But yeah, I used to buy all the records, write down the charts and things like that. And I still follow the charts now, but to a lesser extent.
What about Neverending Story? The song.
Neverending Story was by was by Lamal. It was 1984. It was the end of 1984, around about November time, and it got to number 4 in the UK charts. Now you'll have to Google it,
I'm going to see,
but I'm pretty certain.
Do one more. What about Lion Sleeps Tonight?
Lion Sleeps Tonight was number 1 in 1982, and that was by Tight Fit. Number 1 for 3 or 4 weeks. I'd probably I can't stick my neck out. It's either 3 or 4 weeks. But yeah, 1982. 1982.
So anyone's watching.
You'll have to check. Yeah.
See if it's right. I have no idea, but I knew the band, but I didn't know who else.
Yeah.
Have you ever bought fake Lego?
Yes. Just for a joke, really. I bought. I say buy. I actually won it at one of these. I was in Swanage, and they've got like penny arcades and stuff like that. And you get these tickets out of these machines, and it's like, what do you get? And I thought, oh, did they have any Lego? But they didn't. They had some fake Lego, and I bought some of that, and it's dreadful. You know what I did? I never actually, when they were building Lepin in China, that was like a big thing. I never bought any of that because I knew that buying the fake Lego, it sort of, you're taking away from Lego. And I get the whole thing with Lego that they spend a lot of money on designing sets, and there were this Lepin company that were just taking their designs and building inferior product as well. So generally no. So no, if I do buy fake Lego, it's kind of it's just as a bit of a joke to see what something's like. But I really don't buy an awful lot because it's taken away from Lego, and I refuse to.
Big question here: will you ever stop your YouTube channel and stop selling Lego?
Yeah, probably when I die. I don't know is the answer. There's got to be a point where you stop doing anything. Maybe something will happen that I can't do.
Is the love
anymore.
still there then?
Oh, totally. Yeah, I still love Lego. I think it's always been there. I've always been a huge fan of the Lego. And maybe I don't build enough sets. That's my thing now. Is I'm not been building as many sets as I should. So maybe I need to do a little bit more of that. Again, it's just down to time. Look, everything's got to stop eventually. You know, there will be a time where I maybe can't do Lego shows anymore. Maybe I will have to go to eBay or an online store. You just don't know. But I think at the moment I'm enjoying it. I get a lot of pleasure out of it myself. I know it seems quite sad, but you know, I know I'm buying sets that I know I will never build and never open, but I still get some very odd satisfaction from buying sets in pristine boxes that I just actually like. And I like the fact that I can keep these boxes, keep them in nice condition, and there's something about selling it on to somebody. Yes, I'm making a bit of a profit, and I think a lot of people get that watch my YouTube and come to my Lego fairs. They know I do this thing, they know I'm making a profit from it, but they're still willing to buy stuff from me because hopefully I get my prices right and I'm not ripping people off, because I hate that side of things, because people will do that and overcharge for Lego. But also they're getting a set that they want, because they wouldn't buy it if they didn't want it. I'm not forcing anybody to come to my stall and buy Lego. You know, they're literally getting sets that they weren't able to get first time or regret not buying the first time, and that's great. And there's been some people that have been really pleased. You know, they've picked up a set from me and they've been so happy, and I actually get a lot of pleasure out of that, knowing that somebody's got a set and that set will be built and loved, and that's wonderful. And I love that side of things, you know. So yeah, I'm still making a profit from it, but they're getting something that they really, really want, and they're going to get a lot of pleasure out of that and really enjoy building that particular set. I think it's lovely to see sometimes.
So what's new, what's coming up for your channel? What is there anything what's next going on in your channel?
I've got a lot of fairs and brick festivals coming up. Not so much through the summer, but certainly in the autumn. I don't know how I'm going to cope. It's going to be hard work. I I think I just keep doing a little bit of what I'm doing. I'm always trying to think of different things to do. I've had an idea maybe about doing some kind of giveaways, because that's one thing I've never really done on my channel is giveaways.
Yeah, they do that with you subscribe, like,
yeah,
and
oh
comment,
yeah.
type of thing.
So, but I've got a few ideas, which I'm not going to divulge at the moment. But I've got a few ideas about how I'm going to do this. So maybe something like that. And again, I'll just try different things. I mean, look, there's going to be the regular things. I'm going to be buying Lego for investment, doing unboxings, going to the Lego store, and then going to fairs, festivals, things like that. I mean, is there anything else to do with Lego? That's kind of it. But it just whatever comes my way, really. If there's maybe a new Lego store that opens, I'll go to that. I don't think there's anything planned at the moment this year in this country. And maybe just do a little bit more travelling abroad. Maybe do a little bit, maybe at some stage I'd love to go back to the States. It's been a few years since I've been to the States or Canada, so maybe go over there and experience their Lego stores, because I've done a few in Europe now, but I'll do a few more in Europe if I can. It's always nice to pop over to the continent
around the world.
Yeah.
Right, last two questions. Basically, investment advice and YouTube channel advice. So let's go for investment advice. If people watching this, what advice would you give?
I think the number one for Lego investing is do not get into debt. That is, I think, is the biggest thing. I know it's very, very easy when you see me spending a lot of money on Lego. I'm very, very lucky that I have a bit of spare income to spend on Lego. And I've got a job. It's not the best paid job in the world. It really isn't. I'm really not earning a fortune, people. I really don't. But now, of course, I'm.
Flash up,
yeah.
Your Ferrari and your,
I don't.
your car.
Do I have a Ferrari?
No, you don't.
I've got a nice car, to be fair.
But
it's
not.
not.
Have a Swift bank account. He doesn't have a private
But I
jet.
think for me, I'm in my 50s now. I don't own a house, so I don't have a mortgage, but I pay rent. So I've always got to think about that. I always pay my rent on time. I don't have any debt. That's the big thing for me. Yeah. I've been lucky enough in life not to have debt. So my car's paid off in full. I buy everything on credit cards, but I pay them off at the end of every month. So the important thing is not to get in debt in the first place. I think that's the biggest thing. It's so easy to see a Lego set, to buy it and think, yeah, I'll make some money on that. But you might not make money straight away. It might take a while to do that. And you've also got to have space and the time. And it takes a lot of effort as well. I think there's probably easier ways to make money. If you know what you're doing on the stock market, you could probably make a lot more money than Lego investing. But I get a lot of joy out of Lego investing as well. It's having that product, having that physical thing.
I'm going to do a side little thing here. Advice. So if you had to give some sets or tell what themes to give to an investor, what sets would you say for people to invest in? Because if you remember, I did a video of... what I thought was a good investment and blah blah. So what would you say you'll go to?
So you need to try and check when Lego sets will be retiring, because you can pick up sets with deals and offers quite a lot. Always look for discounts if you can, but you're looking for things that won't be on shelves for much longer. That you can pick up hopefully at a discounted price, and that will give you more scope for getting more of a profit on that particular item. But that's easier said than done. I mean, even now I'm buying sets that Lego changed their retirement date on.
They did Star Wars, didn't it?
There's been a few Star Wars sets recently that have changed their dates. As for themes, Star Wars is the most popular theme. I think it will always do well. I think the fact that they are bringing out new shows, none of which I watch, by the way, all these Mandalorian. Well, I don't. I've never got time. I've never got time. So they're always bringing out new themes, new ships, new different things like that. It's always quite. But not every Star Wars set is going to make you a load of money. No, they're not. Not every single one, because they Millennium Falcons, for example. There's so many Millennium Falcons out there, and some of them do quite well. But yeah, you just got to be careful about what you buy. And I think another thing for new Lego investors is obviously don't get into debt, but try and diversify. Don't just buy lots of the same thing, because you could buy 10 of one set and it could do really, really well. but it could be an absolute disaster, and then you're stuck with 10 of these sets. If you had 10 different sets, the chances are 5 of them might do okay and 5 of them might be rubbish. So you've at least diversified, so you've not got all your eggs in one basket.
For you, would be a price range for anyone getting into investment? Would you say stick to the £50 to £100
I
ones,
think
or?
so, yeah. I think people are always tempted by the big high value items. If you've got a big set like the Titanic, which is £700, I think, to buy, is how many people are going to be able to afford it in 3 or 4 years after it's retired for maybe double the price? Who's got £1,500 kicking about? Not so many people. Now, if you were to buy 10 sets at £100, and maybe they went up to £130, £140 in value, maybe £150. Maybe it's going to be easier to make that money back on smaller sets. I always say, especially for new investors, the mid to the smaller size sets are good. Anything over £100, there's more risk involved in that. And again, if you are on a budget, if you are doing this on a budget, I think the smaller sets are easier. They're easier to post. If you're selling on eBay or however you sell, Facebook Marketplace, if you like that kind of thing, then they're easier to sell as well. Don't be swayed by the brand new set that's coming out tomorrow that's £500. Yeah. Oh, that's a great set. That'll
the Cantina was a very big set, very expensive.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying when I did my videos.
Yeah.
If someone is into Lego,
yes,
and they don't buy it at £400-500,
yes,
they're not going to buy it at £700. If they can
no.
afford it for that price,
yes,
then they're not going to.
You're limiting how many people can buy. Now there are always going to be people with money that can afford to buy these big Lego ticket items, and it's just being sensible about it. Really, it's just Lego investing it's not easy. People see these things on YouTube or adverts in the newspaper. Oh, buy Star Wars and double your money within a year. No, it's not going to happen. Better than gold. Yeah, that's how many times has that been? Yeah. Better than gold. Yeah, well, it can be if you get the right set. But there's 100 other sets out there that aren't going to make you any money.
No, it's mostly like you say. City is I would say a no.
It can be. Again, it depends what you have and how long you're willing to hang on to it. I actually quite like a lot of the City sets. I think because I was brought up with Town and City. I do love them as well. But they're probably not going to make you a great deal of money. Whereas the Star Wars ones probably will.
Lego ideas.
Yeah, it depends what they are
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly. I would agree with 100% of what you said. Polybags, would you invest? I know you get
they're okay. I think because they're quite cheap. I don't think you're ever going to make massive amounts of money. Now, yes, there are polybags out there that go for crazy money, but again, I think there's a lot of polybags out there. How you get hold of the polybags is another thing, because a lot of the time you'll get spend £400 on a Lego set to get the polybag, which is why the polybag is then so expensive, because it was only linked to that big set, but you've had to make that initial purchase in the first place. Yes. So it's all right. Yeah, you're making £100 on a polybag, but you've had to spend £500 to get that polybag in the first place.
And for you, when you're investing to buy, because you buy them from all over the place.
Yeah,
literally, you've got boxes from Amazon, you've got boxes from. Where is your favourite place to buy from? Is it
Lego? Buying Lego from Lego themselves is great. The only problem with that is they don't have that many sales and discounts, so use your insider points very, very wisely. Look out for gifts with purchase. That's great for that, but quite often if you buy from Lego.com, you are buying at full price. For me, Amazon works. They have a lot of deals on there, a lot of discounts, and what Amazon do quite a lot, rather sneakily, is they price match other people as well, like Argos. So where I don't like to buy from Argos because the boxes are damaged, literally Argos will put something, this is on sale, this is 50% off, and literally a day later, Amazon will be price matching. They're very, very sneaky, Amazon, which is why they're so successful. I tend not to have too much problem with box damage from Amazon. I know someone commented recently, they live in the States and their box damage can be quite high from Amazon. So I think it depends where you are in the world as to how the box damage comes in. I'm willing really to buy from anywhere that has a good deal, a good price, and is willing to deliver the items safely and not in a plastic bag.
I have noticed you don't go shopping like in Smith's.
No, I don't. And I think the reason for that is where I live is I am nowhere near any of these stores. Okay. I live at least half an hour away from a Smith's Toys or an Argos, or where's another one? There's an Entertainer, or even the big supermarkets like Tesco's and things. I've got a local Tesco, but it never has any Lego. It's hopeless. geography unfortunately goes against me, and it's all right saying, oh well, you can drive half an hour is not too far away, but if I'm doing that on a regular basis, that's quite a lot of money and effort and time to go to these stores, to Smith's Toys and things, to get a discount, to get a deal. So I do envy people that have these huge stores and big supermarkets on their doorsteps, because you see a lot of people, oh, I've got this set from Tesco, it's like loads of them and I've got an armful of them and they're reduced, they're half price. I'm like, my local Tesco, you go in there, it's just like, oh, there's
so it's not
a couple of friends. No, it's not that I don't want to. It's just that I don't really live near any of those stores, and I found that the time and effort it takes me to go to, say, like all the different Sainsbury's stores around the Bournemouth area, it's a whole day, to go to them, and then you can be disappointed anyway because someone's got there before you. So yeah, I've just kind of learned that as much as I would love to spend the time racing around, going to these stores, there's a lot of petrol you spend, a lot of, is it good for the planet, me going around, swanning around all day to save 20 quid on a Lego set? I'll probably spend 20 quid in petrol just driving around trying to get it. So that's why I don't do a lot of that. And it's time as well. I work 9 to 5, so I can't nip out during the day for half an hour to, go to a Smith's Toys. It's difficult.
Love to.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Okay, YouTube advice. Is it?
YouTube advice.
So there's people out there.
I'm not really an expert. Yeah.
You've got quite some say. If you look at other Lego sites, there's people who's been out there for many years. They've got 1,000 followers. Some of them got no. So these people that are out there that want to do a Lego based one or want to improve their footfall and subscribers.
Yeah, look, anyone can start a YouTube channel on anything, and I don't just watch Lego videos. I watch all sorts of different genres and different themes, travel things, all sorts of comedy things, whatever. I think you just need to stick with it. It took me 2 years to get to a point where I had 1,000 subscribers. Wait until you start getting that ad revenue coming through. And don't be frightened to try different things. You'll do videos that no one watches. You think you've done a great video, it's been absolutely amazing, and then nobody watches it. And then you'll spend 5 minutes doing a video that you think's a load of rubbish, and it'll get loads of views. And you think, what's that all about? So stick to things to work, but don't be shy in trying a video that doesn't work, that does fail, because it will happen. You will get videos that nobody watches, and you think you spent all that time and effort into it. I always like to keep things fairly simple as well, and a lot of people have commented on my channel that they like the fact that it is quite simple. No, it's quite good, because I'm not a complete technophobe, but there's a lot of technology out there which I don't really use, and I do watch a lot of YouTube videos where I find them over-edited. It's flashing around and it comes up with all these images, and I just find it quite tiresome. I hate YouTube videos, any video, where they use stock footage of like stock video, and they mention a word like a church, and they'll have a picture of a church. And I hate those kind of videos where they're just using stock footage. I find them quite lazy and over-edited.
I know you like Iain Bricks. When there's a new set coming out, he gets the picture of the stock, and he talks about what he's going to like or not like.
Yes.
You know what I mean? For me, get the set,
Yes.
You're just pointing at a picture that's already out there on the scene, and you're sort of just going, well, I like the look at this, I like the look at that,
But you have to do whatever works for you, and I know a lot of people. You'll find your niche. You'll find what you like and what you don't like, and I think it's just you just got to stick with it really. And also, I think it's how you present yourself as well. I know a lot of people don't feel comfortable in front of a camera. I think if you are one of these people that feels a little bit awkward, you're like a bunny in headlights like this, and you're talking like this, people aren't going to watch you because it's not natural. I always just try and just be me.
Yeah. No, that's what I think.
And hopefully I come across as, people always say, you can see when I get excited, oh, look at this. I've got this. 5.63. Yeah, so I'm getting close to sort of 6,000 subscribers, which in YouTube terms is very, very small still. I'm way off some of these other bigger YouTubers that've got like tens and hundreds of thousands of subscribers, if I can say that correctly, which I can't. So yeah, you just gotta do what works for you. And again, I went into it doing unboxes and thinking I was going to do reviews. And it's ended up being an investment channel where I go to shows and go to the Lego store all the time, and it's probably a little bit different than what I thought I would do, but not completely sort of different. And sometimes if you're doing a video, and even though you like the video and you've done it 10 or 20 times, it's not getting any views, it's probably not going to change. Maybe try something different. But yeah, find your own niche. Maybe try and find something that somebody isn't doing as much. Loads of people doing reviews, maybe people doing special offers and deals, new sets coming out. There's all sorts of different things that you can do, but it's finding something that people want to watch. And doing your own spin on it. Really, I think you try and be as individual as you can, and just put your own spin on it, and you'll get there eventually. It might take time. Just stick with it. It's not going to be overnight. It really isn't. Even like Mr. Beast, who I do watch, he talks about it. The first few videos that you do won't get any views. He literally says that. I'm never going to be like that. But never going to be a bigger channel as his. But you just gotta try your own thing, and things will work. Things won't work. Yeah.
Totally agree. Agree. And because I get people say, I've got a friend, why am I standing behind the camera? Trust me, I'm not camera shy. It's just the way. Like I thought of Iain Bricks. He started off behind the camera.
Yes, a lot of people do. Yes.
And just for me, it's easier to hold the camera rather than set it up to do. You know what it is. You have to make sure your arm's long enough.
Yes.
You got the right lighting.
You look at my first few videos. I didn't show my face on. I wasn't sure whether I should or not. Who wants to look at this for hours on end? But people don't seem to mind it. It is weird. Yeah, a lot of people do videos where they don't show their face. For me personally, I think I like to watch people who are actually talking at the camera. So I probably tend to watch less videos where people don't show their face than I do, where people are actually...
Never going to watch this, people.
Oh.
You'll watch it yourself, don't you? Will watch
it.
Yeah. But no, I'm the same. I probably will be. I don't mind. I've been on camera with you. I don't care about the camera. Just for me, it's easier set up to be behind it, to ask the questions, to film me opening a box from behind rather than the opposite way. For me, it's just easier. For me, and with the lighting. But there's other people that likes to be in front of the camera, which you do, which you have got the personality that comes across, which is nice.
Pay me later.
That's true. And everyone watches. Every time you meet Iain, he is what you say. You are Ronsil, aren't you? I call you Ronsil. You get exactly what you say
on the tin. I suppose so. It's just me being me. I can't, that's who I am.
And every time I've introduced new people to you, they've loved you. I don't know.
You'll tell me anything.
Trust me, I am. I'm an honest person, and if I don't like someone,
I try not to take myself too seriously, and hopefully I come across sort of as honest about what I'm talking about. But also, I find it quite strange sometimes because obviously with the YouTube you do start to get recognised, and that's going to happen, and that's fine. I tend not to get recognised out of Lego situations, and that's great. That's quite
so
how I like it.
Has come up to you and say you're Iain Bricks.
Twice I think I've been recognised outside of either a Lego store or a Lego show. That's literally just twice. But people are normally very, very nice. But I think what I find odd is that people sort of, and I think this happens especially with younger people, maybe teenagers and things, or younger kids, kind of get stage fright. And there was this one lad, really, really sweet guy. He's probably going to watch this, and he came with his dad, and he was at the Brick Festival. And he says, "Oh, we watch your channel." And the lad just kind of froze, and I just said, "Oh no, please don't be nervous, because it's But that, I suppose that's people's persona. You sort of meet somebody, you see people on YouTube. It's like meeting someone famous off the telly. You do get nervous, I suppose, in front of some celebrities and things. I've never really met any celebrities and things like that over the years, but I suppose you do meet people, and it's always you know that person. It is a little bit weird. So that's an interesting side of things, is the fact that people do recognise you. But most people are really, really nice, really, really pleasant. They say, "You watch a YouTube channel, thank you very much." Try and have a bit of a chat with people, and hopefully I come across on my YouTube videos as how I sort of am in normal life. I get angry. I get annoyed about things. I have my moments, especially when I get behind the wheel of a car. We all do. But it's just about being human, isn't it? You're going to have these different reactions. But most of the time, I'm more of a positive person. I always say I'm more of a glass half full person than a glass half empty. I've always been like that.
I'm going to ask you a few questions off of Lego.
Oh, right.
Right, because obviously people might say, "Oh, you didn't ask any questions." What TV do you like to watch?
I've been watching a few series on Netflix recently. What have I been watching recently that I quite like?
Is that good you can't remember it?
Is that good I can't remember it? Yeah, there's obviously that. I was one of these people that, say, for example, watched Breaking Bad like years after it had happened. Oh, Friends TV. So I'm a big Friends fan. Obviously, that's getting a bit dated now because it's like 20 years ago.
Big Bang stuff like that. You watch?
No, occasionally. Not a huge fan of Big Bang, but I will watch it, and it is quite funny. And what else do I watch on TV? I love RuPaul's Drag Race. I think that's great.
Let's ask for your favourite music band singer.
I would probably say I like a lot of 80s music. So the 80s Pet Shop Boys music is totally my thing. I have a very odd eclectic mix of music, and I will listen to music that's out now. For example, there's a couple of songs out this year. Stick Season I really like by Noah Khan, I think his name is, and there's the Teddy Swims song as well I really like. So I do still listen to music from nowadays, but I still love my 80s. Most of the songs on my playlist in my car is like 80s, cheesy 80s songs. I can't help it.
No,
it's when I grew up.
Favourite actor or actress?
Goodness me, probably Tom Hanks. I think he's just so good in everything that he does. I watched the Otto one recently. Really liked him in that.
Grumpy Old Man.
Yeah, no, I like that because it resonated with me quite a bit. I do that, moaning about people. Yeah, just some of the films he's been in over the years. I watched The Green Mile a couple of weeks ago. It was on TV or somewhere. And I thought, I'll just watch this again. Yeah, love.
And do you play any sports, or did you play any sports?
No, do I look sporty? No. You know what?
Darts is a sport.
You know what I used to do? I used to do quite a lot of running. So back in about 2007, I started going to the gym, believe it or not, and I pulled my hernia. And of course, once you pull your hernia, it kind of put me off going to the gym again. And I found gyms quite boring, to be fair. And I started running, and I did a few 10Ks, and I ended up doing 6 half marathons in total. Never did a full marathon. But yeah, to look at me now, you wouldn't think I could run for toffee. I should really take it up again because I'm...
okay then, what's your favourite food? You say you could run for
toffee. I can't eat toffee anymore because you pull all my fillings out. I'm a very traditional roast beef dinner kind of guy, I'm afraid. Really boring.
No, it's good. And do you drink?
No, I don't. I don't drink alcohol at all. And the only reason I don't drink is because I don't like the taste. I've tried it when I was younger, and it's not like a religious thing or I'm a recovering alcoholic. It literally is. I just don't like the taste. Yeah. There you go.
So if you see Ian, you can buy and roast dinner with no drink.
Yeah, I'm always very popular on night outs because I always end up driving everybody home, which is like, it's the only reason I get asked sometimes.
Well, thank you so much for coming down.
No problem.
And then have an interview. I think everyone will enjoy this.
I hope so.
The man behind the bricks.
Yes.
And I'll be probably be out, and because it's so long, 2 or 3 episodes, because I don't want to be. I was
going to say you'll fall asleep if you watch it all in one go.
Yeah, so I'll probably be doing it. I don't know how many. I don't know how long it's going to be. So I'll probably be doing increments of certain about 15, 20 minutes. So people. But thank you very much. And Iain Bricks is up there. Subscribe to him, even though you probably don't even need my help for subscribers because you're already doing it yourself. You blink and you'll get subscribers.
Yes,
you're that good. And my name's Suit Love, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching this video. Right, that's out the way. What I will do next, buying loads more Lego recently again, so apologies to that. But never. So this is why it's been fairly quiet. I'm kind of a little bit worried because I'm really quiet. I was a little bit worried for them at first because it was very, very quiet. It's actually reasonably busy for what is it today? Tuesday, Wednesday. Today, Wednesday. The weather looks pretty bad first thing in the morning, but it does look as though it will brighten up towards the afternoon. Rather pleasant, but a little bit cloudy. So it's a lovely sunny day here in Southampton. It's fairly chilly, as you can, even though the sunshine, it is actually quite chilly at the moment. The weather's atrocious, the traffic's atrocious with them, and they're always sort of so friendly, so helpful. Okay, so just left the Lego store. I've got a nice big bag. Right, that took a bit of getting into. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed everything. That's pretty much it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it's going to be helpful. That is definitely it now. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. Until next time, take care and see you then. Bye for now.